Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, it's Phathead, and welcome to February 4th, 2026. We got sunshine, we got 30 degrees for the high, at least the next couple of days. Excited about that. How we doing on a Wednesday? Plenty going on. Once again, our birthday show sold out, presented by Jake's 58 at Mulcahy's. Mitchell Tenpenny, DJ Deuce. Going to be a lot of fun. Not a ticket to be had, just sold out yesterday at moles.com, and we thank you, Long Island, for supporting the big artists that we bring through. Like to bring you some good shows, and this will be one of them. Excited about it. All right, so let's get into this. What are the things that made you understand you weren't young anymore? These are the top things online, on social media. These are the top responses where you said, oh, I am definitely in middle age. I'm definitely older than I thought I was. Here's some random, in no specific order. When the babysitter complimented my new haircut by saying lots of people your age are wearing it like that. That could be a sign for sure. I haven't had that problem with the bald head, but maybe some ladies out there get that. That's possible. Here's a response when I brought up Inspector Gadget to a 20-something at work, and he said, what the heck is that? By the way, I've had this moment at work a few times when I'm talking to some of the younger people at work, and maybe I reference a movie, and I'm like, have you seen? And their answer is no. No, have not seen that. When I go to a bar and don't know any of the music, but when I go to the supermarket and it's banger after banger on the loud system, on the speaker system there. Yeah, that's definitely a sign that you are middle-aged, for sure. When I legitimately get excited about buying a new coffee table, it hits hard, but the table, very, very good. Sure, when you're buying things for the house like that, that could definitely mean you've reached a certain point. How do you know you've reached middle age? When a woman referred to me as a lady to her daughter at a store, for sure. You get called sir, you get called ma'am or lady, absolutely. When I started having trouble reading small print and small fonts, absolutely, definitely a sign you're getting a little older. When hangovers last more than a day, that definitely could be a sign for sure. When I was Googling what 6'7" means the other day, not me, these are responses on the internet. I know about 6'7". Okay, first of all, 6'7's done, it's over, but I knew about it because, I had two kids in high school, one in middle school. I knew about, before anybody, what 6'7" was, all right? So, but yes, when you're Googling 6'7", you know you've reached that point. When I threw my back out coughing, that is definitely a sign of middle age. Years ago, I threw my back out picking up a napkin off the floor. That was a rough one. And last one, and I've done this, when I'm looking at myself in the mirror and thinking, man, these Costco clothes are looking good. Absolutely a sign that you've reached middle age. All right, how about this one? Dave & Buster's is doing something to try to get people out to their places for Valentine's Day. So I guess I have not seen this, but apparently Dave & Buster's have human crane games, right, where you actually get strapped into one of those crane games. Like there's a big giant one for humans. You get strapped in and you go in, try to pick up a prize. I think maybe I saw this go viral years ago, but I have not seen one in person. Anyway, Dave & Buster's trying to get something going for Valentine's. They are putting a $15,000 3-carat diamond engagement ring inside select locations. They have 5 of them, and they're doing it in New York and California. You don't know the Dave & Buster's where they're going to be at. By the way, it costs $20 to take this ride on the human crane, so that's why I guess they figure they're going to make it back anyway. The diamond rings will only be at 5 locations, New York and California. The actual ring won't be inside the game. It'll be a placeholder that you redeem for the ring later on. But there you go. That's a way to get people in the door. You're looking to propose, want to win the $15,000 engagement ring. Dave & Buster's doing it for Valentine's Day. Plenty more to do. Your Bald and the Beautiful entertainment up at about 8:12. National Days, good news stories late, 8 o'clock hour. We're going to be sunny and about 30 for the high. My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.